What's going on, guys? It's Amara, and I'm bringing you my opinion on today's 1.2 patch notes. And for you console people out there, you'll be getting this patch tomorrow on the 2nd. This patch is extremely needed for the game currently. There's a lot of balancing changes that are really going to affect how people play this current meta, and I think a lot of these changes are very good. All the changes will not be coming straight off of the TTS. Some of them they are leaving out because they don't want to interfere with the Pro League finals coming up too much. But the changes that they are releasing in this patch, I think, won't affect the gameplay too much, but it is something that, you know, all the pro teams and everybody's gonna have to really look out for. You know, first off is line. Front of the page, everyone knew this was coming, and honestly I think this was needed. Lion has been a extremely strong operator since his release, and I think he currently has one of the highest pick and win rates in the game. And his changes are, this one's honestly my favorite. The outline will only appear for the duration of the player movement. So if you didn't know, with the current way Lion's gadget works, if you move once, it will display an outline of your character for the entire duration of the line. But now, when you stop moving, it'll stop displaying you, which I think that is how it should have been from the start, but, you know, better late than never. The next change coming up is scan charges will be reduced from 3 to 2. I think that's completely fair, because right now, especially in ranked, people really use, like, they'll use 2 charges to really entry into the map and, you know, get on the site and things like that, and they'll have an extra one to use for post plant. And I honestly think Lion's one of the best operators in the game right now for post plant. But going from 3 to 2 is really going to force Lion players to use their charges a lot more wise, I guess you could say, and really discuss with the team when to pop those Lions. This next change, it's really not a huge one, especially since he's only going to have 2 charges, and it's going from a cooldown from 10 seconds to 20 seconds. Because right now, you know, with 3 charges, you 10 seconds, put on the next one, 10 seconds, put on the next one. It's insane. But when he only 2 charges, I don't think this is going to be a huge nerf, but it's there. Next change going up here is with Jaeger. Magpies will no longer destroy Hibana's X-Kairos pellets. I think that's a very good change, honestly, because especially in Pro League, you see Hibanas all the time. They can use 1 charge to take out 2 of Jaeger's devices, since Jaeger will take out 3 projectiles. And this is going to help with Jaeger getting hard countered by Hibana. Another one of my favorite changes, because I hate playing against Blitz players, is his Blitz's shield. The flash range is going to be reduced to 5 meters from 8. Not a huge change, but it's something that players will definitely notice. And he's going to also lose 1 charge on his shield, which is, I don't know. I don't know how I really feel about that one, because honestly, whenever I watch Blitz players in ranked, you know, in scrims and stuff like that, it's different in Pro League most likely. I really never see a Blitz get all 5 of his charges off anyways, but, you know, anything to really slow down the train that is Blitz right now. This next change I think is going to be very controversial, but I think it's really not going to affect Vigil too much. And that change is his Cloak will deplete in a charge that is 12 seconds long, and previously it was 30 seconds. That's a very hard nerf to his duration. You'll see a lot of Vigils, you know, they can go find a place to hide and sit cloaked for 30 seconds straight, and now it's only 12 seconds. But along with that, they're reducing the recharge timer from 12 seconds to 6 seconds. So in reality, you're still going to have a lot of uptime with Cloak, but this is going to force Vigil players to really think about how to use their gadget wisely, and when to be, you know, when to be able to sit out of Cloak and when to be in the Cloak, and when to, you know, rotate between areas using your Cloak It's going to force players to really think about their movements more. This change I thought was extremely funny. Currently right now in the game, Hibana is one of the most versatile, best operators, in my opinion. She has 2 great, amazing guns, an extremely useful gadget that is almost irreplaceable on some maps. And then she also had a claymore, which a lot of teams value for, even if it doesn't get a kill, you know, it's an audio signal when an enemy has to take out that claymore to try and get behind. So I think them removing her claymore, giving her breach charges, it's not really going to affect Hibana's play rate at all. It's just taking a little bit of her utility away, which I think it's a fine change. I don't see a huge issue with that anyways. This next change with Ying, I think this it's a weird change, but I think it'll work out anyways. And that change is she's losing her smoke grenades, and it's going to be replaced with a claymore instead. Hibana's losing a claymore, but Ying is gaining one, which is interesting. And I think the main reason they're removing Ying's smoke grenades right now is to force teams to coordinate more with their Ying plants. Because currently with Ying, you can pretty much do it all yourself, smoke and Ying in. It's a little strong. But this will really force your team to coordinate more with smoke planning or Ying planning. But I think this is going to be a fine change, especially with her LMG getting buffed, which you can see down here, they're buffing a bunch of the LMGs in the game. She's going to be a lot stronger because her gun won't actually, you know, suck. So I think this is a fine change also. I don't really see a huge issue with it, especially since I'm not a big Ying player. But I think this is still going to, you're still going to see a lot of Ying play, honestly. Next, you can see all these LMG buffs coming out. I think this is long awaited for a lot of players because LMGs are fun to use, but they haven't been the best guns in the game. And I haven't had time to test all of the LMGs myself, but for some of them, definitely Ying's gun. You can see a huge difference, especially with the new recoil coming out. I think this is a much needed patch for these LMGs and make a lot of these weapons more viable to use. And then down here is just some general bug fixes and gameplay fixes. One of the big ones that's been going on recently is players being able to exploit a hipfire accuracy bug. A lot of blitzes, you know, people thinking there was a ton of hackers, but really it was just a bug exploiting a way to glitch your character so that your hipfire was pretty much ADS accurate. Then down here, some level design fixes and, you know, patches and things like that. So if you want to take a look at that, I will link the page down below and you can go through all the bugs and whatnot if you'd like. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down below how you guys feel about the patches, or the patch and all the different changes, and let me know if you think you know, some of these changes shouldn't happen or if there should be other changes to happen. But yeah, definitely let me know, guys, and thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check out my stream, which I also link below. I stream every day, play ranked a lot, and sometimes other games. But thanks again, guys, for watching. I hope you have a good one.